Hello everyone and welcome to Plain Talk. I'm your host AJ Rivera and today I'm joined by Heather Mann. Heather, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Heather, you serve as president of Spectrum and as the community outreach for OSTEM. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and about what you do in these roles?
So I am a senior in mechanical engineering. I have served as an officer in Spectrum for the past 2 years. Last year, I served as the secretary and also as the president. It's kind of a dual role. And this year, I serve as both the outreach chair and the president again, which means that I'm the one who usually goes and talks to the other organizations if we want to collaborate. I set up our concourse tables. I'm usually the main contact for everyone who wants to talk to us about our organization. And it's kind of the same way with OSTEM. I had the concourse tables for that one too. I help figure out who we want to collaborate with and how to get in touch with them. And OSTEM is a bit of a smaller organization. We're fairly new. We haven't had the chance to do a whole lot of stuff just because, we formed right when COVID started. So that would be my job, is getting in touch with other people.
Got you. So, you say that, you're a part of Spectrum, you're president and community outreach chair for Spectrum, but what is Spectrum for the students that don't know?
So Spectrum, our full title is Spectrum Auburn University's Gay Straight Alliance. We are the university's oldest LGBTQ+ student organization. We were founded in the early 90s after 2 years of fighting with SGA and university administration in order for an LGBT student organization to exist. We'll be celebrating 30 years next year, but what we do is mostly advocacy and education and socializing. Our purpose is mainly to provide a place for LGBT students at Auburn to come together and find other people who are like them. We do a lot of advocacy efforts with the administration, making Auburn a more inclusive, diverse place, better classroom practices for LGBT students. And we also do a lot of educational things like teaching about queer history or notable people in certain fields. Like one of our most recent meetings was about Black history and the LGBT community, and we sort of shone a spotlight on queer people who are also Black, who've made a lot of impact in history. And that is, in a nutshell, the long and short of what Spectrum is.
So you say that you have these meetings. Are these meetings once a month? Are they twice a month, or are they weekly?
We meet every Wednesday. That has been our meeting time for the past, actually as long as I've been in Spectrum. Every Wednesday evening, we have both an in-person component and a Zoom component. We simultaneously stream all of our meetings through Zoom, so that way if anyone is unable to attend in person, or if they just don't feel comfortable due to the pandemic restrictions, or some people don't feel comfortable being seen in an LGBT space here at Auburn, we allow them to join via Zoom, so that way they can participate in the comfort of their own homes.
So are these meetings open to everyone, or do you have to be a part of Spectrum to attend them?
No, anyone can join. We have people who, they come in because they're interested in it a little bit, or we have, sometimes students from other schools will come and attend just because they've heard about us and they want to see what, we're about. Some people from the community will just sit in on a meeting to see what we're up to. The only thing about it is that we have a very strict privacy policy, and OSTEM is the same way. We don't want anyone being outed against their will, so we make sure that everyone who attends these meetings knows you cannot take pictures, you cannot record videos, you cannot do any Zoom recordings or voice recordings. And if you see someone from the meeting outside on campus, you cannot walk up to them and say, hey, I saw you at Spectrum or OSTEM, because we don't know who is out and who is safe in what spaces. You have to get explicit permission from everyone if you want to do any of those things.
So with those restrictions, do you guys still have some form of website or social media where students can get in contact and learn more about your organization?
Yes, we are most active on Instagram at Auburn Spectrum. We also have a Twitter that is slightly less active, but still it's at Auburn Spectrum. We maintain a Facebook page and a private Facebook group, Auburn Spectrum for both of those. We like to joke that we have a TikTok, but it really only has 2 TikToks. Our main form of communication, though, is our Discord, and we flash the QR code that takes everyone to our Discord at the beginning of every meeting.
Got you. So now we've talked a bit about Spectrum. Let's move over to OSTEM. So, what is OSTEM? What is it? What is, those letters, OSTEM, what do those stand for?
OSTEM stands for Out in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. It is a national organization that focuses on empowering and professional and academic development for LGBT students in STEM fields. Even though the O stands for Out, you do not have to be out in order to be part of OSTEM. Like I said earlier, we still follow the same privacy policy that Spectrum does in order to make sure that anyone who is not out is still safe and comfortable at our meetings. We established this chapter with the help of Dr. Jeffrey Fergus from the College of Engineering and Dr. Kimberly Mulligan-Guy from COSAM in December of 2019. And we've been working on trying to keep a somewhat consistent meeting schedule during 2020.
So I know you said that you serve as part of the staff and the leadership roles in both of these organizations. So does that mean that it is possible for students that want to get involved in both, that's an option for them?
Yes, of course. We actually have quite a few members of Spectrum who, once we decided to establish a chapter of OSTEM, became part of the organization because Spectrum has a very high STEM demographic. A lot of people, not necessarily have to be part of both organizations. Like I said, Spectrum is more advocacy and education and socializing, whereas OSTEM is more professional and academic development. But anyone who wants to be part of both organizations to get the benefits from both is more than welcome. And I should say that even though it's catered towards STEM fields, we don't exclusively restrict membership to only STEM majors. Anyone can join.
Now, talking about joining OSTEM, for that, what is the process to being a part of that organization?
We are meeting exclusively through Zoom, and so all of our meetings are shared. The Zoom links are shared via our GroupMe. We meet every second and fourth Thursday of the month. And afterwards, our presentations are shared with all the members, so that way anyone can look through all the slides if they missed the presentation. But in order to join, this is kind of a both organizations thing. You would go to our AU Involve pages and either click the join button. But since those are publicly listed rosters, we understand some people aren't necessarily comfortable being publicly listed on an LGBT organization site. So we also provide contact information for anyone who would want to be added to our newsletters privately or would like to message us about joining the Discord or GroupMe.
Is there anything else that you would like to add and tell to the Auburn students and community?
I think I would just say that it's been a hard fight to get where we are as a campus, and having 2 LGBT student organizations on campus is a sign of very definite progress. We still got a long way to go, but things are moving in the right direction.
Well, Heather, we want to thank you once again for coming in and sitting down with us, but that is all the time that we have today for Plain Talk. For everyone that is interested in joining either of these 2 organizations, definitely reach out, check out their AU Involve pages. For more information on Eagle Eye, you can visit our website at eagleeyeauburn.com or visit us on our social media at Eagle Eye TV. I'm AJ Rivera and War Eagle.